Hi, viewers. Welcome to another edition of Mari Clinic Live. How are you today? Hope you are enjoying your weekend. I remain your host, Morlaya and Oputi. Thank you so much for always joining us, for your participation, your contributions on all our platform. I'm really very grateful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I celebrate all our new members who joined us on our Facebook platform, and I'm celebrating equally all our new subscribers who joined us on our YouTube channel, Mary Clinic TV. Thank you so much for always joining us. I'm very grateful indeed. So, a quick announcement though, by next week, we'll be having a special guest on the program. It promises to be very interesting, all the way from New Zealand. I mean, she's an expert or a specialist when it comes to marital education and marital mentorship. So she's going to be blowing our minds by next week, Sunday, hopefully 20th of September. So please, let's try to invite people. The flyers will be out during the week. She's fully prepared for us. So straight to business today, we'll be looking at an interesting topic that says 7 habits of highly effective and highly successful couples in marriage. 7 habits of highly effective and successful couples in marriage. So, what makes some couples, highly effective in their marriage? I mean, an highly effective wife and highly effective husband, and what makes them successful with in their marriage. Now, there are several researches that has been done in the past, and I tell you, when you look at all the outcome of those research, you will realize that these 7 things are common to them all. They are common to all these successful couples. These 7 habits are common to every one of them. Not one of them is an exception. Every one of them practice virtually the 7 habits. So that is why I want us to talk about it today. Let's look at those 7 habits. Let's see how you can also cultivate them, begin to adopt them in your own marriage, so that you can also become more effective, as a wife or as a husband, and you can make a successful story out of your own marriage as well. So we're going to start now. So 7 habits of highly effective and successful couples in marriage. The first one is they connect throughout the day using the tool of communication. They connect throughout the day using the tool of communication. Now, one thing highly successful couples or highly successful people in marriage do is that they know how to use the tool of communication very well. They communicate effectively with their spouses. They communicate in such a way that is acceptable to their partner. They don't just talk anyhow to their partner. They make sure they are connecting and reconnecting with their partner throughout the day by ensuring they keep in touch with them, no matter how far apart they seem to be. Maybe probably they've gone to work, or one of them has gone shopping and the other is at home. Now, no matter the time they are apart, they keep communication lines open. They keep connecting with each other, via communication. They don't leave communication gap open. They don't create any communication gap at all. They make sure that all the communication lines are open. Whatever they need, they communicate it. Whatever they want, they communicate it. They don't assume that my partner should know that I need these things. They don't assume that she should know that this is what I want. No, rather they communicate, they talk, they connect with each other. They don't go for days, without communication, and that is why when you see couples who are keeping malice in marriage, that alone is that alone can create a crack in your marriage, because What that means is that you are shutting down all communication mediums, and before you know it, your marriage will begin to grow into crisis. So you need to remove all forms of malice. Try as much as possible to resolve issues, to keep connecting with each other by communicating, no matter how bad it is. Talk about it. Talk about it. That is what highly successful people do. They talk about it. They study the mood of their partner. They look for the right time to talk about even the most difficult things. They talk about it. By the time you talk about it, you will realize that they will explain their own point of view. You will begin to reason along with them, and before you know it, you will get used to each other and you will begin to understand each other better. So the second habit of highly effective and successful couples in marriage is that they express appreciation to their partner every single day. They express appreciation to their partner and they celebrate their partner a lot. Now, this expression of appreciation is very, very important because there is something it does to the self-esteem of that partner. There is something it does to even the psyche of that partner. There is something it does to the mental health of that partner. It has helped a lot of couples to develop mental and emotional stability when their partners appreciate them. When you appreciate them, when you appreciate your spouse, every act of kindness that they do to you or that they do for the marriage, you appreciate it. You don't take things for granted. You don't make it look like it's a right. No, it's a privilege. As a matter of fact, everything we enjoy in our marriage is a privilege. So don't take it as a right. Your spouse is assisting you, probably to lift every object, is assisting you with chores. Please don't take it for granted. Don't say, after all, why won't he or she assist me? No, rather you say, thank you so much, thank you, Dad, thank you, love, I really appreciate this, thank you. When they give you something, you say thank you, even after every meal. For those who have taking the time to be in the kitchen, in that hot room making the food. After eating, you should be able to say thank you. Someone helps to pack your plate, you should be able to say thank you. Show gratitude. When you see them putting in the work, please say thank you. For care of your children, you should be able to appreciate, show gratitude. This has been proven to be part of the habit of highly effective and highly successful couple. They look into the eyes of their partner and they show appreciation. They say thank you. They celebrate them. They don't forget their birthdays. They don't forget important date. In their relationship, they celebrate them. The time for your partner's birthday is not the time for you to pretend and be like, oh, I actually forgot. No, you show appreciation because those are special days and opportunity for you to make the day special, that you are really grateful, that you really appreciate everything they are doing, all the effort they are putting into the marriage. It is very important. See, for someone to decide to give in to you, to sacrifice probably everything about themselves, to you, and say, what, I want to go with you, I want to spend the rest of my life with you. See, it's a huge and a big sacrifice that we need to be grateful, for. You need to learn to appreciate your partner, the fact that they are for their commitment. You need to appreciate that, for all that they do, their contributions, their effort, their time, the care, the giving of themselves in the marriage. You have to appreciate it. Don't take it for granted. It's a privilege. It's a privilege. So please learn to appreciate your spouse if you want to be an effective wife or an effective husband, and if you want to be successful in your marriage. The third point is that they speak each other's language. They speak each other's love language every single day. They speak each other love language every single day. See, the truth is, when you are married to someone and you don't know the person's love language, I tell you, it's going to be a big struggle. There will be high tendencies for disagreement, to come up every now and then. Why? Because you have not taken out time to study that partner's love languages. You've not taking our time to know what they like and what they don't like. Their likes and dislikes should be known to you, and that is why you must study your partner like a book. You must study your partner like a book. You must understand what they want, what they don't want. I mean, if he or she likes touch, if he or she likes snuggling, cuddling, and all of that, and you don't do it for them, I tell you, they will assume or conclude that you don't love them. Now, recently, a lady was speaking to me, and she was like, "Ma'am, I'm not enjoying this man at all. Even though our marriage is close to 6 or 7 years now, but I can't say for one day that I'm happy with him. The only thing he wants is just sex. Even prior to the time for sex, no touching. He doesn't touch me, he doesn't hold me, no romance whatsoever. He's not romantic. There's nothing romantic about him. I just feel used most of the time. He doesn't even hold me, even when I'm pregnant. Nothing like, oh, how is baby doing, rubbing my back for me, nothing like that. I don't enjoy any form of touch." I was like, wow, this is terrible. I mean, a man should understand his wife love language, and same way a woman should understand her husband love language. What is it that this woman likes me to do that will make her happy, that will make her feel great, that will make her feel like, oh, she's the best thing that has happened to the world. You need to know it. You need to know that button that you need to press that will make them excited and be all over you. Now, if you don't know it, you need to go and learn, observe, ask questions, learn what your partner's love language is. For some, it's act of service. They can't stand saying their spouse not assisting them with chores, not assisting them with fixing things. They don't like it. It nauseates them when their partner cannot give a lending hand. Now, if you have that kind of a partner, you should know that, oh, what this partner wants is for me to give a helping hand, and you must be willing to do that just to make them happy, because that is what they understand. For some, is gift, is gift. And for example, during the week too, a man was talking about how, oh, whenever his wife is having her birthday, that he will send a special card, a special greeting card to the wife's mother, the wife's father, the wife's grandfather, the wife's grandmother. And I'm like, excuse me. So what about the wife? What about she herself? What are you doing? What special gifts are you giving to her on her own day? Because she is the one celebrating birthday. So why merry-go-rounding, going north, south, east, west to give special cards to those that are not the celebrant for the day? So what are you thinking about? So you need to know and understand what makes that your partner happy. You should not be doing the opposite of what makes them happy. You shouldn't be doing the exact a completely different thing from what they like. So if you don't know, please go study your partner like a book. Study them like a book. Get to know what their love languages is. Get to do those things, and before you know it, they will see you as, this is my man, this is my woman. My man is into me, my woman is into me. We are into each other, and we are loving it, and we are enjoying this marital ride. And that should be the case. That is how it's meant to be. That is how God designed it to be. Not God didn't design marriage for complaining, for nagging, making people's life miserable. You make each other's life miserable, and people are full of regret, like, what am I doing? in this kind of a mess. No, that is not God design. So the fourth thing is that they work together as a team. They work together as a team. See, it has been proven over the years, over even 100 years, that highly successful and effective couples in marriage, they work together as a team. As a team, they see themselves as one. They do things together. Even at times, when the wife is cooking, the husband will stay in the kitchen to keep her company. When they want to go walking or go for exercise, they go together walking, they go jogging together, they do a lot of things together. They show interest in each other's work. They try to help each other, they do things together, they see themselves as a team. Even raising their children, they do it together. So when you see partners that like to do things together, they support each other, they see things as, oh, this is our thing. Even their finances, they see it as, this is our money. They contribute their part to the family prosperity. It's not that one person, is the one laboring, working, doing all it takes to see that the economy of the family, blossom, and the other is busy spending it, spending away, being wasteful, and not even contributing anything to the family economy. No, they see themselves as a team. They make sure, okay, both of us, we are contributing. See, when you see all these successful couples, smiling, making each other feeling like, oh, they are the greatest thing that has ever happened to the world. The truth is, see, check them very well. They are, both of them are financially stable and financially independent. Money is not a problem. You know what? Because they have over the time planned their life, planned their finances. They have over the time ensured that both of them are part of the active player that will bring about the prosperity of that family. And they preserve the wealth of the family, the wealth of the home. They make sure, oh, we are doing things that will preserve our wealth and not to waste it. So that is part of teamwork. That is part of making things work. You are interested in each other's progress. You want things to work for your partner. You want the same way you want things to work for yourself. You want things to work for your partner. You are doing everything to see that both of you are moving together. One is not going towards the north direction and another going towards, maybe the south direction. No, they are working in tandem and ensuring that, they are doing things together. So the fifth habit of highly effective and successful couple in marriage is that they show respect to each other. See, respect, it has been proven that respect is one of the qualities that sustain love. See, anybody can fall in love. You can say, oh, I'm in love with this man, I'm in love with this woman. But the proof, or what will show that you truly love this person, is how you respect them, the value you place on them, how you treat them, how you respect them. Now, when you don't respect your partner, I tell you, that love will filter away, that love will dissipate, that love will fizzle out over time. When you are disrespectful to them, when you talk is handling a case where her husband said, oh, well, she called me this, and as a result, I also called her a whore, like an harlot. So I was like, what? How on earth will you call your own wife a whore, like an harlot? I mean, that is not good. No matter what name she calls you, you shouldn't, return it back by calling her an harlot, because that can break the marriage. So you respect each other, no matter how badly you think you've been hurt. You would rather take a walk, or you would rather, withdraw probably into the room, do something different, keep quiet, stay calm, and maybe just take some time out to reflect on what has happened, but you don't go, disrespecting each other verbally, violating each other, assaulting each other physically. Now, when you begin to do that, it's a sign that you are being disrespectful to that partner, that you do not respect them, even though you claim you love them. I tell you, love, the proof of love is that you show respect and reference to that your partner. You don't talk down at them, you don't make them feel useless, they are non-entities. No. See, part of the habit of successful people is that they respect each other. Each person, the husband gives, his wife her respect, and the wife gives the husband, his own respect. They don't disrespect each other, no matter what. They try not to do it, not even before their children, not before their strangers, not even before outsiders. They don't do that at all. They keep that respect up there. They respect their partner even more than their bosses at work, more than even their spiritual leaders, because they see their partner has, wow, this is me, this too has become one, this is me, and this is my life. So they keep that respect intact. The sixth habit of successful couples in marriage is that they practice forgiveness, and even advanced forgiveness. They practice forgiveness the Lord. They forgive each other. See, they even forgive each other in advance, meaning even before that partner offends you, you are forgiving them ahead. See, there is no one that will guarantee you that in marriage offenses will not arise, that your partner will not do things that will hurt you. They will, once in a while. But I'm not saying that because you know your partner will forgive you, then you should deliberately be hurting them perpetually. Now, when you are doing that, I tell you, you are going to be throwing your marriage apart, and you're going to be creating a crack. Now, I'm talking about mistakes here and there, probably being deficient in one thing or the other. You want to overlook some things, you want to forgive in advance. Even though you will talk about it, but you've made up your mind that, what, I want to make this work. This person is part of me. This person is, has become one with me. So I'm going to put in the work it takes, to see them become better. So as a result, I will forgive, because when you forgive them and you try not to hold their past against them, you try not to hold that thing against them, you will see that it will give brightness, to the moment. It will give brightness to the present. It will lighten up hope, and brighten up the countenance of both parties. But when you are bottling things up, when you are living in unforgiveness, I tell you, happiness will disappear from you. Happiness will be far from such couples. So when you practice forgiveness in advance and you always try to forgive, I tell you, both of you will eventually mature into a state whereby you now know what puts each other off, and you will try to avoid it or prevent it. So the last point, the seventh habit of highly successful couples in marriage, is that they pray together and have the same spiritual reference point. They pray together and have the same spiritual reference point. You know what? The family that prays together stay together. Successful couples, they love to pray with each other. They have the same spiritual reference point. They believe in the same thing. Their belief, their faith, is the same. It's not that one believes that, oh, I'm married to Jesus, and as a result, I'm not accountable to you, and the other believes that, what, we are both accountable to God, and as a result, you and I, we are accountable to each other. Now, when there is divergence in belief system, when there's divergence in our spiritual beliefs and in our spiritual knowledge and understanding, I tell you, it's going to be a struggle, because one will be acting based on the knowledge or the understanding they have, in their faith, and the other will also be acting based on what they believe their faith is saying. But when you have unified belief, unified faith, when it's the same faith, then both of you can, you can act according to that faith in unison, in unity, then you pray together, because the power of prayer, cannot be overemphasized. When couples pray together, it says one shall chase 1,000, but two shall chase 10,000. So the power of two are always better than one, whichever way you want to look at it. And that is why couples need to pray together, because it helps you to stay together. It helps you to see yourself as, this is my messenger of mercy, or it will help to see each other through the eyes of compassion and not through the eyes of hatred. You want to show mercy to each other when you pray, together, and you share the same belief. And that is why it is important to marry someone of the same faith or the same religion with you. Don't go marry someone with a divergent faith or divergent belief, such that they will now create problem for you in future. So I hope you have learned a lot from these 7 habits. These 7 habits are still potent. It has been proven to be common to all the highly effective and successful couple. And if you want to be added to the number of highly effective and successful couple, please, you need to start practicing those 7 habits. Don't joke with them. Respect, don't joke with it. Showing appreciation, understanding your partner's love language, praying together, sticking together, connecting with each other via communication. All those 7 things are very important. So I'd like to stop here now. Hope you have learned a lot today. Please don't forget to leave us a like or a comment, and please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. Help to share this video so that many other people will also learn from it. I remain your host, Moralaya Han. Hope to meet again. I say bye.